These animated features can stand their ground against any live-action heavyweight you can think of. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animated movies of all time.
And now, we invite you to relax, let us pull up a chair.
This is the final installment of a series of videos spanning the decades of animated films, from the 1920s to the 2010s. For this list, we took the top 4 entries on each of the previous decade lists and pitted them against each other in a new ranking. Some of the entries here may rank higher or lower than they did on their respective decade lists.
You guys are dicks!
Because there are entirely different criteria to consider when making an all-time list as compared to a decade-specific one.
Oh, look at that.
A movie may have stood out when compared to only other animated movies of its decade, but when considered within the entire history of animated features, they did not have as much impact.
What are you going to do? I'm going to do the best I can.
Number 10. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White.
Considered one of the most significant milestones in 20th century cinema, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the very first feature-length movie made by Walt Disney.
Oh, how silly of me. I'm Snow White.
Snow White, the princess.
A feat for which the animator was awarded an honorary Oscar at the 11th Academy Awards. He was presented a standard-sized statuette, along with 7 mini reproductions.
Must be 7 little children. And from the look of this table, 7 untidy little children.
The story is truly timeless, as it encompasses the very essence of a fairy tale: a princess, an evil queen, and true love's first kiss. Snow White didn't follow the rules, it made them.
Hi-ho, it's home from work we go.
Number 9. Bambi.
I think I'll call him Bambi.
In the 30s and 40s, Disney could do absolutely nothing wrong.
Good night, Prince Bambi!
Bambi was another beautifully brilliant production, providing an emotional concoction of the incredibly uplifting and the absolutely heartbreaking.
Mother!
A film for those adults who passed animation off as child's play. It had anyone and everyone crying over cartoon animals.
Your mother can't be with you anymore.
An establishment of what would become a very fruitful formula. The title character was backed up by some cute, comedic sidekicks.
Yes, Mama.
And a journey was made in the name of hope.
2 of them.
Oh!
It worked then, and it still works now.
Well, Shei, I don't believe I've ever seen a more likely-looking pair of form. Prince Bambi ought to be mighty proud.
Number 8. Finding Nemo.
What did I miss in my life?
Things began to get a little digital in the 2000s. Ever hear the proverb about the needle and the haystack? Well, this is that, plus water.
First, we check to see that the coast is clear. We go out and back in.
Nemo is a clownfish with a sense for adventure. Nemo's dad is a clownfish with a sense for stability.
Now, what's the one thing we have to remember about the ocean?
It's not safe.
That's my boy.
When the former is lost and the latter sets out to find him, so begins an animated tale that takes in half the ocean.
So where are you going?
Well, you see, my son was taken. My son was taken away from me.
Marlin and Dory are an unlikely partnership, but theirs is a journey that brings sea life to the silver screen unlike anything else before.
Can I help you?
Something's wrong with you. Really.
They just keep swimming, and Pixar just keeps winning.
And there's no way you're gonna make me.
Mine.
All right, I'll talk!
Number 7. My Neighbor Totoro.
Totoro? Is that what your name is? Totoro?
Hayao Miyazaki built an animation empire in the 80s, and this was his crowning glory.
Who are you? A great big silk gremlin?
My Neighbor Totoro was released theatrically as part of a double bill with Grave of the Fireflies, but fared a little better than its brother due to its more lighthearted themes.
He was furry with a great big mouth.
An intensely natural picture, the plot revolves around a father, his 2 daughters, and the mystical keeper of the forest, Totoro.
Dad, May said that she saw a Totoro here.
An iconic creature now synonymous with Japanese animation, Totoro's a neighbor we all wish we had.
I'm really very sorry.
Number 6. Aladdin. Wow. In the 90s, Disney went through a renaissance of sorts, and one movie that was part of that rebirth was Aladdin, which is now considered one of the company's finest ever films.
Aladdin! Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al, or maybe just Din? Or how about Laddie?
Bringing to life part of the Arabian Nights stories, the film follows the ambitious Aladdin, his pet monkey Abu, and their quest to get noticed by the beautiful Princess Jasmine.
Perfect timing, Abu, as usual.
A cave of animated wonders in itself. Characters such as the Grand Vizier Jafar and the genie, voiced by Robin Williams, complete an awesome Agrabah ensemble.
What would you wish of me?
Be ever impressive.
The womb contains, but never duplicated. Genie of the Lamp.
Number 5. The Lion King. If there's ever been a better animated adaptation of William Shakespeare's Hamlet, we have yet to see it. Not that Elizabethan monologues were especially on our minds when we watched The Lion King. It was less to be or not to be and more Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata! Ain't no passing craze!
Another glorious group of characters is this time headed by Simba, the reluctant but rightful heir to the throne of the Pride Lands.
You must understand, the pressures of ruling a kingdom
are no longer yours.
The complete Disney package. There's laughter, magic, and memorable music. The Lion King very nearly took our throne. Number 4. The Little Mermaid.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Even after the success of The Great Mouse Detective in 1986, Disney struggled to regain its stronghold at the cinema. But all that changed with The Little Mermaid.
Have you ever seen anything so wonderful in your entire life?
The story of Ariel and her dreams of becoming human proved a huge hit and inspired the celebrated Disney Renaissance.
Just look at her! On legs! On human legs!
9 more films would be made in the following 10 years that reconfirmed Disney as the daddy.
Yes, hurry home, princess. We wouldn't want to miss old Daddy's celebration, now would we?
But it all started under the sea with a mass of marine characters that made one hell of a splash.
I'll swim up to his castle, then Flounder will splash around to get his attention, and then we'll go...
Down here is your home.
She wanted to be part of our world, and boy, did she become that.
Wish I could be part of that world. Cinderella!
Number 3. Cinderella.
All right, I'm coming.
An animated classic if ever there was one, Cinderella was actually a crucial creation for Disney.
Just a wave of my stick and to finish the trick. Bippity, boppity, boom.
The company had not fared well during World War II, and by 1950 they were on the verge of bankruptcy.
It's a beautiful dress. Did you ever see such a beautiful dress?
Then, along came Cindy to breathe new life into everything.
So this is what makes life.
A damsel in the utmost distress, Cinderella lives out her lonely existence, dreaming of happily ever after. Once more, this is the movie that created the cliché. Often copied but never bettered, its place on the podium is beyond doubt.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
Number 2. Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
If we said this wasn't the best animated movie of its era, then we'd be lying. And then of course our nose would grow, and we don't want that.
My nose! What's happened?
A puppet's dream to be a real boy is this film's drive, but there's more than simple hope here.
You see, Pinocchio, a lie keeps growing and growing until it's as plain as the nose on your face.
It's a coming-of-age tale and an epic adventure as well. Alerting everyone to the Jiminy Cricket inside us all.
When you wish upon a star.
And scaring everyone away from temptation. This is Disney's defining moment.
Hey, Blubbermouth, open up! I gotta get in there.
Before we unveil our pick for animated movie of all time, here are some honorable mentions.
It's a bathhouse for the spirits. It's where they come to replenish themselves.
Wally. Aww, Wally.
Okay there, bud. We're gonna take this nice and slow.
So long, boys! I'll send you a postcard from Paradise Falls.
Ratigan, no one can have a higher opinion of you than I have. And I think you're a slimy, contemptible sewer rat.
Number 1, Toy Story.
My name is Woody, and this is Andy's room.
Disney's Renaissance dominated the early 90s, but at the decade's midpoint, another school of thought emerged and excited us even more.
Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
Pixar brought us Toy Story, the first feature-length movie to be entirely computer animated.
You are a toy!
Quite apart from its technological prowess, however, this was also a very fine film.
Buzz, will you get up here and give me a hand?
The eclectic characters, the A-list voice talent, the seriously snappy script, Pixar had pulled it off big time.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
So endless did the possibilities seem, to infinity and beyond became a believable mantra.
To infinity and beyond!
Woody and Buzz revolutionized the industry forever.
To infinity and beyond!
Do you agree with our list?
Death to all who oppose us!
Which animated classic did we miss? For more timeless top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Goodbye, you guys.